Agatha All Along happened. We got the 2 last episodes last week, and now I'm ready to talk about it. So, spoilers ahead. Let's get in. The series did a really good job of juggling the characters of Agatha and Billy. Both of their story arcs and character growths were amazing. I think Catherine Hahn did an excellent job at acting throughout this whole series. I mean, like, she was the lead for a reason, and she really did carry this season. And she went from like this one note, power hungry witch to this multifaceted, grief ridden character that I really just enjoyed. Marvel has like really good backstories for most of their villains in the MCU, and I thought that was really awesome. And this is just one more to add. I really do like her transformation into her ghostly form. I think that's like so dope. They did a great job with that. Her costuming is great. She seems semi older. She's look like she's got a little bit of gray hair, and that's awesome because it looks like she's going to be Billy's companion moving forward, and maybe she'll be like kind of like the audience's eyes moving forward, right? Like when it comes to explaining magical things or characters being introduced as we move forward into like the mystic era of the MCU. I also think the show did a great job at representation. You know, we had Billy and his boyfriend, Agatha and Rio. Also, I am on the boat of they could have done more with Agatha and Rio. They did not explain that situation as best as they could. But again, that's just a nitpick. And if that's a nitpick that brings an A show to an A minus, it's not that big of a deal. But I'm going to move on because I could be stuck on this horse and I don't want to be. And Billy, right? We get the most unusual suspects reveal of all time, right? He is so powerful that he created the Witch's Road. As we know, the Witch's Road was a lie told by Agatha to siphon witches of their life force, and Billy made it real. Craziness. And I think the show did a really good job at balancing this out. Taking a character that's essentially a teen and pushing them all the way to like godlike powers. Many shows have fumbled these type of characters before. This one did it. I felt like when Billy gets his powers, it's earned, and I really did enjoy that part. Aubrey Plaza as Rio, aka Death, was super captivating. If this is a one-off, good. If not, better. There is like so much that can be done with literally all the surviving members of the show in the future, and we'll talk about that later. But what an awesome performance. I wish there was more of her, but the show was great with what we got from her. The mystery in Aubrey Plaza's intensity to characters like really had me on the edge of the seat. I didn't know like if she was good, bad, both. It gave me like Joker vibes. Like you just don't know what you're gonna get. The design of the character, again, like hats off to Marvel's visual effects. Whoever drew this, but I dug like the half-face skeleton thing. Really dope. It had a lot of like influences. It felt like it had a lot of Day of the Dead in there, as well as like the witch undertones, and it was like just really good. I loved how they presented Death. It was completely different, way different than her comic book appearance, and I dug it. And at the end, when we finally get the showdown between Agatha and Rio, which is, again, like another level. Like I've said this before, this is a new cinematic take on TV and their films, right? This is like a whole new regime, and it felt like that. The action scenes in this, the way they fought, the way they used their powers. I mean, even like the slicing of the Achilles tendons. I was not expecting that visually at all. And it happened. It was just all new. It was very chaotic. It was very energetic. And I liked the action scene. It was really awesome. So let's jump over to Jennifer Kell like the vegetable. I'm excited to see where this character goes. The whole reveal that Agatha was the one that bonded her was hilarious and sad, and how she got her power back was awesome. I think it's like a mantra that we all have told ourselves talking to an invisible bully or somebody we feel is taking advantage of us from some point in our lives. It was very like uplifting and heartbreaking all at the same time. But the character was, again, great character work. I liked it. I'm excited to see when she comes back into the future because, like I said before, she is a character that shows up in Midnight Suns. And as we move forward to like kind of like this mystic area of Marvel, you're gonna get to see what's gonna happen, and I think she's gonna pop up. All right, this is the bakery, and this is like where I get to play with these characters kind of and think about where they're gonna go in the future. So we have Jennifer Kell, right? And she's off doing Jennifer Kell things. Now, I said earlier that she was part of the Midnight Suns, one of the iterations of the Midnight Suns, but will she find her way over to the Blade series, I wonder? I remember in Blade 1, the first Blade 1 with Wesley Snipes, they had like this scene where Blade went to a shop in the inner city and got his serum. So I wonder now if we get Jennifer Kell as a high priestess, if she would be making some of that serum for Blade. That would be an interesting take. Or if she does become high priestess, what does that make her to the Sorcerer Supreme? Now that Doctor Strange is off world, does she have a right to that title? It's going to be interesting to see where she pops up. Now, Agatha and Billy are on a road trip together, it seems like. The unwilling pair who don't really want to be together but are together for maybe eternity. We don't know. But it's going to be awesome to kind of see them go on this journey with Billy having like a walking, talking encyclopedia that maybe he's the only person that can see. It's giving me Drop Dead Fred vibes. I think it would be cool to have them kind of run into the Bloodstone Hunters. I mean, that's a series that we only got visited once. And I think like they would have something to say about this new power vacuum they have. And especially, like Rio said, Billy is an abomination to the cycle of life and death. And I wonder if they would have something to say about it. That's just me gripping at like connective tissues of past works, but it's on the table. Agatha All Along series was awesome. It did its job. It was the first meal on the table of the new regime of Marvel, right? And I think they stuck it. It was a great show. I'm excited to see if they release any deleted scenes, if there was things that were cut. I'm just excited to see all the BTS stuff that comes out of it and what the future holds. Like, I know Marvel released a video of all the things we could expect in the future, and I'm going to talk about that in a different video, but hey, this one thing we got, Agatha All Along, season 1? Question mark? Was awesome. I loved it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and stay excellent.